Hello, welcome to Local Edition. I'm Leslie Leyton. As we all age, we look into the future. Where will we live? What will our life be like? There is what's called a silver tsunami approaching, and that's baby boomers turning 65. It's changing the retirement community industry. And with us now to talk more about it is John Cochrane. He's the president and CEO of a nonprofit organization that looks into such matters.
Indeed. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much for being here. The old folks' homes that we know about, that we might remember from being kids, they smell funny, they look funny, and
Right.
they seem like a terrible place to be. It's not so much like that anymore. Tell us about the differences of the kinds of facilities that are available to us as we grow older, if we're lucky.
Sure. Well, thankfully, they're nothing like the communities we remember that were depressing, kind of dark places. It's about as far from that as a Ferrari is from a Model T, and that's great news for all of us, actually. There's a wide variety of housing and services available for people as they age, from staying-at-home services, services that can help enhance your home and enable you to live independently and successfully in your home, independent living in a community, so you have friends and neighbors around and activities and programs and services. And then as health needs change, if they do, you have assisted living and skilled nursing facilities, and then you have specialized communities for dementia care and Alzheimer's care. So there's a whole range of options today that we didn't have 20 or 30 years ago. And the whole notion of what the retirement community is radically different than it was 10, 15, 20 years ago. And I'll give you an example. We had a resident in one of our communities who recently turned 90. For his 85th birthday, he went skydiving. For his 90th birthday, he bowed to advancing age and went bungee jumping. So I don't think you would have found a lot of that 20 years ago.
The aging is radically different too, because being 65 is completely different. 65 is kind of like what 45 used to be.
Yep.
How is this changing the industry?
It's having a profound effect on the industry. And you touched on something that's really important, which is aging is becoming less age-centric than it is lifestyle-centric. So we're becoming less identified by a number and much more identified by what our interests and activities and drivers are. So you look, for example, of how that's changing our industry. You look at how the boomers are changing our industry. They're having a profound effect. They're going to change everything because that's what boomers do. Well, the first thing boomers are going to have to do is they're going to have to catch up, because aging is already being changed by this current generation. I mean, take, for example, John Glenn, who went back into space at the age of 78. And you may remember, but John Glenn got a lot of flack in the press about this. You know, what's this dinosaur doing, taking up space? You know, act your age. And he was asked why he did it, and John Glenn had a great answer to that. He said, well, you know, just because I'm 78 doesn't mean I still don't have dreams. And that really speaks to how this current generation is redefining aging. Then when we look at how boomers are going to redefine it, it's even more dramatic. The first thing they're going to have to do again is catch up to where aging already is.
Well, how is the industry preparing for all of these people? The baby boomers are now senior citizens, the first title.
They are indeed.
So how are they bracing for this?
Well, they're bracing by first trying to understand who these people are and what they're really looking for, understanding what those dreams are of aging. And it's really a switch from a healthcare model to a hospitality model. This is a business, retirement living, that used to be about what can we do for you? What services can we provide for you? Today, it's much more hospitality lifestyle centered to how can you help me have the life I want to have? Let me describe my dreams to you, and you remove barriers and help me live out the life I want.
Okay, 10 seconds, quick advice to people who are looking for a place to live like this.
Quick advice is start early. Start before you're ever thinking you might want something, and then visit a lot of places.
Very good advice, and we appreciate you being here to tell us
Thank you
all
very
about
much.
it. And thank you for tuning in. Stay with us. More HLN next.